action cameras. It's been almost 10 years since I've started using those, and I've made hundreds of millions of views with these tiny action cameras. And let me tell you what, it's not about the camera, it's about how you use it. That's why I use more than one. There are plenty of these in this box. And yeah, I'll go over which cameras do I use, how do I use them, why, and my settings, my go-to settings for the action cameras. My name is Dima, I'm a professional mountain biker and filmmaker. And yeah, action cameras is what I use the most. Let's get it! Now, my go-to is GoPro Hero 13 Black with an ultra-wide lens. Honestly, I don't really shoot on GoPros without these lenses, starting with the Hero 12, because in Hero 12 they introduced the Max Lens 2.0. 1.0 was pretty much useless. So yeah, 2.0 on the Hero 12 and Hero 13 is almost the same, with the same lens with different naming. Yeah, it gets you a very immersive wide angle. Very much, I do like it a lot. This is like top notch. Primarily, I use it for mountain biking and on my chin. It's mounted right here. The helmet, the camera goes right there. Tilt it a little bit upwards because this is how the helmet stays on the head. And so, yeah. This way the camera does not obstruct my view, doesn't really impact how the helmet stays on the head because, well, it has some weight on it. So it does matter where you mount it. And also, well, the angle is sick for pretty much all kinds of riding. But also, we live in 2025 and it's very popular to shoot vertically. And the GoPro is, well, designed to be used horizontally, as you can see. Now, there are a couple options, and probably the most used one for me. Here it is, this tiny thing. This is from Ninja Mounts. It's called Story Adapter, and pretty much it is indeed a story adapter, but I would call it a vertical mount. And I've tried many of these, and this is my favorite for many reasons. Well, first of all, it's pretty cheap. It's around 11 euros as far as I remember. And the idea behind it, why did I choose this one? So this is the vertical camera, right? And if we turn it around, we can see that the mount is right in the middle, right where the lens is. So this way the camera is centered both horizontally and vertically. Very cool, very convenient. And well, you can pair it with the magnetic mount as well. Setup gets bulkier indeed, but for the sake of convenience, probably it's for the best. So we can always just do this. Kind of lovely. So here is the mount. A little bit off-centered, but not a big deal. Now, I do have a discount code for these Ninja mounts. It's DK10, you get 10% off. Very cool. Now listen closely. This is like a very cool life hack that almost nobody really talks about. So, with the ultra-wide lens, you get an option to lock the horizon. What it has to do with vertical shooting, let me tell you. So, there is a camera. It's with the locked horizon, so we can turn it vertically, then start the recording, place it back horizontally, but you can see it's still vertical. So it's vertical aspect ratio, while the camera is horizontally placed. And you get the stabilization, the widest angle possible. It's very cool. You do yeah, and then you just stop the recording, and it goes back to horizontal, but our video is indeed vertical. Here it is. Very cool. Now, the only downside for mountain bikers is when you do backflips. Yeah, while backflipping, the camera goes mental. It goes like, and then you land the backflip. So, doesn't look very neat. Now, I have to tell you something. I just launched a course on camera settings and how to get the best looking POV mountain biking content in the game. No matter what camera do you use. There are several levels of settings, of audio setup, of everything. So I've covered literally everything you need to get the best looking content. So yeah, just head to the description, there is a link, and yeah, you're good to go. So now this is the DJI Action 5 Pro. Such a neat camera, I like it a lot. Now, I don't generally use it for mountain bike content. The reason is, here with the GoPro, you get these tiny legs so that you can mount it, and it's the old technology with the thumb screw, but it works. It works great, and the setup is just a little bit tinier. Now with this, in order to shoot vertically, you need a cage, and if you shoot horizontally, you don't need the cage. But once again, all you have is magnetic mount. Now it's very convenient for everything else except mountain biking, for me personally. Well, with the chin mount it's still okay-ish, but with any other mount it's not the best. But I really like that this camera shoots 10-bit D-Log-M. Now GoPro is also 10-bit, but it has GoPro log, and it's not as convenient as the D-Log-M, because D-Log-M is very widely used, and I just like to color grade it. It's convenient, I understand it better. And also DJI did some pretty cool job on highlight bloom effect, like the highlights are evenly separated, yeah, and all the sharp edges are with a tiny hint of highlightation. It's very cool cinematic looking content. So this is why I use this camera for vlog shooting. Vlogs, generally, I shoot with these. Also, you can connect DJI mics, DJI Mic Mini, DJI Mic 2 to these cameras seamlessly. This is a very good addition, once again, for vlogs, not really for mountain biking. Also, they have an FOV boost lens, which is cool. Here it is, FOV boost lens for the DJI. And it indeed is very, very wide, but it's just something is, I don't know, it feels weird after the GoPro ultra wide lens, because it is wider on the sides, but it's not as tall, because GoPro has a taller sensor, so it has more information up there. And it is a cool feature. I mean, if you shoot mountain biking and you have DJI camera that you don't want the GoPro, then this is a way to go. But for me personally, nah, I am good without it. Let's talk about settings, I guess, because we've discussed already two cameras. What are the settings? Now, I shoot 4K, 50 FPS. If you are from the US, where you use not PAL but NTSC, 60 Hz, you know, you'll use 60 FPS. But for me, it's 50. I'm from Europe. 4K 50 FPS, widest angle possible, ISO from 100 to 1600, shutter speed locked at 1/100 or 1/200, and the white balance is somewhere between 4500 and 5500. So these are the settings, my go-to settings. I use these. Whoa, we're shaking, I'm sorry. I use these all the time. Cool. But these are not all the cameras that I use. There is more. And actually, GoPro is not the only camera I use for mountain biking. Meet this tiny beast. This is the DJI Action 2. And actually, this is the camera itself. Now, this is an ND filter on top of my camera, and I can pop it off. So here is the camera itself. Pure camera module. It weighs just 40 grams. This is why I use it. Well, it's purely out of convenience. You don't feel it on the helmet at all. Sometimes I also use it for vlogs, because where you want a super convenient and tiny setup, you just do this in case you really need something fast. Now, it is not the best camera, it's pretty old. It's several generations old from the DJI Action 5 Pro. Also, it has inbuilt memory of just 32 gigabytes, but also the camera operating system also takes up some space, so usable space for 4K 50 shooting is just 25 minutes. It's not a lot. Actually, it fills up pretty fast. Yes, you can transfer, when you connect the second module, you can transfer from internal memory to SD card, but the transfer is so slow because the camera is pretty old, not really the fastest connection. So yeah, not the best. Also, it shoots just 8-bit. It can overheat because it's tiny, and it's not the sharpest camera out there, but like, it's an action camera. It doesn't need to be like a mirrorless professional one, so it is wide enough and good enough to actually shoot cool content. But if you need like the best of the best, it's, well, not the camera you need. But I like it. It's just tiny, so in case, yeah, I feel like it and I don't, it's like very hot outside and I don't want to wear a big camera and then just snap it on and done, cool. Especially for shorts, filming with this is the best, because, well, shorts are not long, so you won't really need that much space. By the way, about internal memory, I forgot, I'm sorry. DJIs, why I also like these for vlogs, sometimes you forget your SD card, and with this camera you get plenty of space, you can record and not worry about anything. You will always be safe. For the GoPro, they don't have internal memory, so you will need an SD card, and sometimes you will forget it. Yeah, it's just life. There is also something called 360 cameras, and I actually do like these a lot. I know that until now, the best cameras were from Insta360, but I don't like these. First of all, I don't want to be like a unicorn with this very long camera. Not cool. Nah, not cool. Also, very digitalized look. I don't like it. It's, yeah, it's plenty of AI post-processing here. Nah, not the best. I don't like it. But yeah, they were better than, let's say, GoPro Max, for example, which is the old GoPro camera, which they re-released 5 or 6 years later with the same everything, just a little bit different design. The logos are now blue and they have a little bit different style of mounting. So in 2025, I would not call this a great camera, but at the same time, it is actually great. Imagine, it was so good 6 years ago that it's still capable of shooting cool content. And top creators like Remy Metallier, they use this. Well, probably Remy uses this because he's sponsored by GoPro. He can't really use an Insta360 camera, but GoPro will very soon introduce the GoPro Max 2, which should be insane, and I will definitely make a video about it once it comes out. But for now, we have a new favorite. This is the DJI Osmo 360. It just came out like a week or two ago, and I received it yesterday. I did not really had the chance to, well, test it somewhere properly outside while riding, but I already can tell you that this camera is insanely good. Insanely good. Why is it so good? Why is it superior? Well, native 8K 50. Native means that it doesn't use any upscaling stuff like the Insta360. They made a custom sensor, which is square 1-inch sensor, and you can utilize the whole sensor for the 360 video. Because Insta360 and older cameras, they use like not a square one, but a rectangular one, and so you have some unused pixels when you shoot 360. Now this solved this problem. Also, once again, D-Log M 10-bit is nice. Connecting to DJI mics is cool, and what I actually liked, these two cameras from DJI share the same battery and the same magnetic mount. How cool is that? I mean, good job, DJI. The clarity is very good. I already tested it inside and I really do like it. It's like, it is insane. And once again, DJI have really kind of cinematic looking footage. Now, the big question is, will they introduce ND filters for this? Because Insta360 X5 they did because of the replaceable lens. And the GoPro will also introduce this, I swear, because they have already announced that the Max 2 will have replaceable lenses, and I reckon they also will get to the ND filters point. Now there is like a lens cover. Probably it is possible to mount like an ND coated lens cover. Probably in the future, I think so. But yeah, about the lens. If you scratch this or well damage, the camera is done. There won't be nothing you can do about it, because with the DJI Action 5 Pro, the actual lens is in there. Here it is, the tiny one. Yeah. And this is just a lens cover. And the same goes for the GoPro. Newer GoPros at least. So yeah, this is not like really cool, but at the same time this camera is not really as pricey as far as I remember. So this is lovely, very cool. The best at the moment, maybe GoPro will overshoot it. Yes, we've covered all my cameras. Sick, very cool. What else? Yeah, I just stored all these in my GoPro hardshell case. In case you have any other questions, feel free to reach out on Instagram or, well, in the comments. I actually do check all the comments and answer all of them. Sick! Thank you all for watching and see you very soon. I'll actually, you know what? Probably the next video will be how to shoot on these 360 cameras. Or maybe, just maybe, a pure review of the DJI. But anyways, see ya.